As small of a team AFO Wolfpack is, and how little they are shown in Medal of Honor, the team's actions are felt, not just to the enemy forces they fight in game, but to the player as well. Their presence is undeniable, whether it be in night raids, clearing insurgent forces camps and mortar positions in the mountains, or providing comms for AFO Neptune and the 75th Rangers. Wolfpack's aura commands the player's attention at the slightest glimpse of them. During the opening days of Operation Anaconda, AFO teams were covertly inserted into the Shayakot Valley. The small team is made up of Panther, Vegas, Dusty, and Deuce of the 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta. The player assumes the role of Deuce, who is partnered with Dusty on most missions, providing overwatch as a sniper team and gathering information on enemy troop movements alongside Panther and Vegas in Gardez Province.
Let's go to work, Deuce.
We ready to roll?
Let's roll.
Tariq says we should be clear through Menjawar, but he said the Taliban are moving into the hills. Mission is to get to OP Clementine. The route is loaded through our GPSs. Looks like we got some squirrely terrain ahead, so eyes open. If something doesn't look right, I want to hear about it.
Roger.
Roger.
Questions, gentlemen? Okay, let's rock and roll. Vegas and I are splitting off south of the Wadi.
Roger. See you on the other side.
Have a good one.
After successfully clearing out a stronghold in the mountains and placing IR beacons on transport trucks to be destroyed by an AC-130 on station, they reach OP Clementine, establishing a further footprint into the region, observing enemy movement and monitoring their radio chatter, relaying all relevant information to Colonel Drucker and Jimmy, who's doing all they can to assist them and their Navy counterpart currently taking contact in the valley. Arriving at the new OP, the operators spot mortar teams and enemy snipers on the opposite slope of the valley. With Dusty acting as the spotter for Deuce during most of their missions, he immediately begins calling out enemy positions. After engaging and eliminating known threats, they come in contact from their rear after anti-personnel mines that Dusty and Deuce had previously set up are tripped by approaching fighters.
You got left and closest. Got another target. RPG. Take out that RPG guy first. Trigger D. Good kills. Please, D. Check this guy out. Red hair. Chechen. He's checking him out. I'm no doctor. I don't think he's gonna make it. He's your primary. 3. Wait for them all to show. Okay, all accounted for. Let's move. This position's officially compromised. I'm calling it in. Panther, this is Dusty. We just killed about a dozen more AQ. They're traveling light. We think there's another camp up ahead. Close.
Roger that, Dusty. Looks like those trucks we hit last night were supplying the fighters we're seeing.
Roger. I ain't running away.
You know what to do. Continue to monitor the AFO freak in case there's trouble.
We'll go.
Brother, we are well past trouble.
When I started playing the Medal of Honor series, I never realized how in-depth the campaign was until playing it a second time. Mirroring real-world events and situations members of the U.S. Armed Forces may face. The story pulls the player in, leaving one on the edge of their seat as the team faces brutal combat in the mountains and in close quarters surrounded by enemy forces, highlighting the tenacity to never quit in the darkest moments. Further research on what actual AFO teams did during Operation Anaconda included providing actionable intelligence on enemy strength and dispositions, hostage rescue, finding suitable landing zones for upcoming operations, and conducting battle damage assessment. Due to the complexity of their missions and the secrecy of these Tier 1 units, the storyline tries their best to give the player a point of view perspective of what the men and women who serve in these operations have to deal with. As the final mission unfolds, Medal of Honor depicts the breathtaking story of Master Sergeant John Chapman, a combat controller who single-handedly fought on his own for several hours in horrendous weather conditions during the Battle of Takur Gar, showing remarkable resolve, exposing himself to enemy fire despite being severely wounded. Chapman's story exemplifies the title of this game,